We on.
Gia back up in this once again. It's going down.
Salute, 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 everybody. What's happening? We're going to find this Christmas.
Let me find the stream real quick.
And we in here. When I go and I jump over there and say, go there. Now I'm say successful connected. And we up in here, man. Share the video. What's going down, though, bro?
Man, just ready for these fights this coming up weekend. See what's going on with this Fundora fighting this boy Erickson Lubin. It seems like everybody kind of split down the middle on who they think gonna win.
I think we're gonna stop this boy too, man. He got too many bad habits on him.
I thought I had read that Fundora had over 100 amateur fights, but when I looked again, it said he only had 6. He went 3-3. That kind of made my belief in him go down even more because I was already leaning toward Lubin. You know, just that deep amateur background, man. 143-7. But I do know this is a different type of fight right here with this Fundora, man. You know, when you got that big tall guy that's a pressure fighter, I know he giving up his height and all that kind of stuff. But man, it's just hard to get away from. So I just think this is gonna be a tough fight against Fundora. I can't wait to call that shit. Salute to Gil Coles in the comments. Say,
Gil Coles in the building, salute, bro. Hell yeah, I can't wait neither. This is a pretty big fight for both of them. Lubin trying to get back up in that contention, and Fundora trying to solidify itself in that motherfucker. So hell yeah. Hey, I posted up the results for last week. Y'all know this is the this week 12. This is the final week for y'all to get up in that top 10 or whatever position. Right now I'm holding down top 25 and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I picked up I posted the picks and I posted the results, man. Y'all want to go check it out.
yeah, hopefully we can get some more people up in there, man. Everybody quit ducking that smoke. You know what I'm saying? Come show what they made of. Salute the King of Kings, King of the Kim folks on the panel. What's up, bro?
Hey,
Salute, bro.
what's up? What's up, G? Yeah, I'm gonna get in this next season, man. Cause I was gonna try to jump in, but I could tell I was late, and I actually want to put some thought to the pick. So, yeah, next season I'll jump in on there.
Yeah, we make it real easy for you. Just post it on that little community post, and boom, I'm gonna get you taken care of.
So Society is in the building. Salute, bro. Hey, yeah, I want to get y'all takes on the Lubin from Dora fight. Break it down, see and y'all picks if y'all ready to put them in yet. And we talk about the schedule. I know Trey in that top 10. I think I saw it with you number 8.
Yeah, I'm number 8, man. I'm tied up with Toby Bartlett. I'm probably too far away to win the whole thing. But if it ain't some kind of miracle that somebody off the corner win that motherfucker, I wouldn't mind seeing Toby Bartlett. I mean, Nick Harmer go ahead and get it because he pretty cool. I be chopping it up with him on the Boxing Librarian channel and shit. And Scrapbook Boxing channel too. He one of them dudes that love the history and shit. So he like a real boxing motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But I'm coming to kick his ass next season. I already told him.
Yeah, it was like a good fight. That's what he said. Hey, no, but speaking of man of that Fundora fight, man, you know, this is that matchup that comes around every day from time to time. You know, Robert Easter versus Garcia. I want to say Paul Williams versus can't even think of the dude's name. But most times when a superior boxer goes against a guy that gives up his height like that, they get washed. They get beat up pretty bad. But I don't know, man. Fundura's young, man, and he got grit. And the thing about it is Lubin. You know, everybody wants to say Lubin's chinny, and I've seen him get hurt. He got knocked out one time, but it's like I don't think it's that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like he just if he stays disciplined, the whole night he can get the win. Like I don't see Lubin. He's not like a Tony Harrison that has lapses in concentration, and that's the type of stuff he would have to look out for. So I got Lubin in this fight, man, and salute to Lubin, man, fighting his way out, doing it from getting out the mud and putting himself back in position. Nobody can say once he gets the next if he gets a title shot coming up next that he didn't earn it.
Hey, you talking about Sergio Martinez?
Yeah, yeah, Sergio Martinez. But you know what? That yeah,
I didn't want to cut you off. I kept coming off mute. I was like, nah, I'll just wait till we get
Yeah, I was trying to think of his name, but like I said, this matchup comes and goes. But that was a shock, and I don't know, maybe that had to do not just a superior boxer, but being so much bigger then at that point in time, because he had come up from 147, 154, 160, and maybe just finally ran into somebody that just had enough punching power to put him out. But
Well,
yeah,
for me though, like shout out to I think it's channel Boxing Gyms. Dre put me up on did a little good breakdown, kind of like how I like to do them and shit. But he pointed out mostly Fundora's strengths and weaknesses and shit. And I think his strengths are just basically okay strengths, and his weakness is harmful to him, detrimental, especially against Lubin. You know what I'm saying? Lubin is athletic, very strong. He also a southpaw. You know what I'm saying? He know how to box. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a counterpunch that's gonna change the game. We saw Lubin versus. Oh boy, put it in this thing. I think it was a southpaw, but I think we called that fight, didn't we, Trey? Where old boy was putting hands on Fundora.
Yeah, I think he was like a Spanish guy or something like that.
Yeah, every time we see Fundora, man, he ain't just clearly just dominating. You know what I'm saying? As he step up in competition, he give up his height too much. We seen him get rocked. You know what I'm saying? I think Lubin pretty strong, man. I think if Lubin catch him with some good, clean counter shots, I don't think he's gonna react as he did with the lower competition that he been facing. I think it's gonna be a problem. I think Lubin gonna get his way up in there off the jab, probably off lead shots to the body, and just smother them long arms, and just laying inside good hard clean shots. I think Lubin might stop Fundora probably like 8, 9 rounds.
Yeah, it's definitely some danger in the fight, and it's reflected in the odds. Last time I checked, the odds were dead locked at minus 115 a piece. So the odds makes it basically got it as a pick 'em that it could go either way. You know what I'm saying? But just like I said earlier, man, the amateur background, I just feel like it's just too much of a discrepancy between 143-7 and 3-3, according to what I just checked recently. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that the experience and all that kind of stuff is with Lubin. I know that this guy, he got the physical advantages as far as the height and reach and stuff. But like King said, when you get like a classy type of guy going against a guy that just got the physical advantages, but he gives them up by giving up his height and stuff, like Mayweather versus Corrales, for example. That shit was a wash. You know what I'm saying? So most of the time, man, when you get that classy blue chip type guy and he go against a guy that don't have the same type of background, it be an ass whooping a lot of the time. So that's what I'm expecting.
Lil J1 Pro in the building. Salute, bro. Lil Rock in the building. Salute, fam. What's happening? Uh,
Salute, salute.
Five Beans. I don't know who you is, but welcome to the gym for the first time. I see you say link. We really don't invite nobody, no new strangers on the panel, man, because that shit get ugly, man. We all about respect over here. We talk about boxing, we talk about the skill, respect each other's opinion, all that extra trolling, playing games, and all that. We ain't with that. Bruce Gold, salute, fam.
We gotta know you first, man.
Yeah,
But
that's real. I mean, we done been through that already, but appreciate you for coming through. You know what I'm saying? We get to see you a few more times, you know what I'm saying? Interact in the chat. We don't mind letting you know. But all that other shit, these strangers just popping in here, disrespectful. Yeah, that's out. Rod X the champ in the building. Salute, bro. What's happening?
two-time champ, salute to you. Well, yeah, man, I'm definitely looking forward to this though. Like King said, man, salute to Lubin for taking a fight like this. Because most of the time we see these guys in fights where they 10-1 favorites, 15-1 favorites. He in a fight coming up this weekend where it's a pick 'em. You know what I'm saying? And not only do the odds makers think that, I see a lot of division with the people. Like, and here we are pretty much saying Lubin. But when I done asked other people, I done heard the shit range from Lubin by stoppage, like Marlo said, all the way to Fundora by stoppage. You know what I'm saying? So it just lets you know that this is a competitive fight. This is what boxing all about. Because most fighters, they wouldn't even take a fight like this. They would say that Fundora doesn't have much to offer or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He dangerous, but it's high risk, low reward. But Lubin ain't on that type of shit right now. He on some. He want to make a statement. So salute to Lubin. You know what I'm saying? Let's look in the chat a little bit. J1 Pro Adventure said he got Lubin. Gil Cole said he got Lubin. Yeah, everybody pretty much taking Lubin. Little Rock, salute to you. Bruce Gold. Rod X the champ. Gil Cole said it's crazy to see Fundora fight on the inside too. He ain't scared to either now. Nah, he come from the same type of cloth as a Paul Williams. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's gonna fight you like a motherfucker on the inside, even though he tall enough to fight you on the outside. Even somebody like Jerry Hurd, same thing. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing that we ain't never seen before. But like I said though, man, when you in the ring, like actually in front of somebody like that, it's tough, man, because like what normally take you one step, you got to make two steps. Because this dude is just so tall and rangy that you can't get away from him. So I really think that if Fundora beat Lubin, it's gonna be by stoppage. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be because Lubin just can't keep the pressure off of him. But I do think Lubin got the skills necessary to go out there and get the victory. I can't wait to call this shit. Hey, and it ain't nothing but an appetizer going into the Earl Spence and Ugas fight. And then we got Tyson Fury and Dillian White and all kind of shit. Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez, man, this shit about to heat up, man. I'm definitely
Man,
happy
it's the
about it.
Fight King month, bro. If you miss any fights this month, you done missed out, man. Ain't no way of anything being disappointed, man. It's because you don't know what you're going to expect, man. Even that Fury White fight, even though I think Fury's going to wash him, it's just I want to see White finally get murdered and left, put out the game. Because I'm so goddamn tired of this dude talking shit and doing weird stuff and not handling his business in the ring.
Let me ask y'all about this fight that's coming up. What y'all think about that Pitbull Cruz versus Gamboa fight? I'm kind of going back and forth on that shit, man. You know, one day I like Gamboa, the next day I like Pitbull.
Hey,
Hey, this
Dago,
is how I feel about that fight. Oh, sorry, bro.
shout out Dago 619 Cali Factor. Salute, fam. What's good, bro?
Salute.
Winston Lee in the building. Salute, fam. What's good, bro? Mr. Fair Use, what's happening, fam? Mr. Fair Use is one of the guys, man. In another community, I go mess with y'all. He a good guy. He be putting out facts, and he roll with the side of right, man. Appreciate you, Mr. Fair Use, for stopping through fucking with it. Welcome.
Salute.
Hey, but go ahead, bro. I wouldn't mean trying to interrupt.
Yeah, man. This is the thing about how I feel about that Cruz and Gamboa fight. Did Cruz look good in that fight against Gervonta Davis because Gervonta Davis was hurt, or is he just naturally that good? He would have looked that good against different opponents. Period.
It's hard to say, man. It almost felt like a combination of Styles made fights and the injury. It was kind of hard to say completely.
Hey, but didn't he get injured due to a punch in the fight, not coming in the fight with an injury?
Yeah, he hurt his hand on his head, I think.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. Cause I mean, Cruz tough and all. Like I got Cruz over Gamboa, but I'm just saying Cruz just a tough opponent. Like it's be a different. Like Gamboa, when he came in, he was healthy versus Tank, wasn't he? Until he got caught and twisted his Achilles or something like that, right? If I recall, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened. He tripped and messed his ankle up or something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, he ain't been right since. You know what I'm saying? So looking at Cruz, I think he gave us all in that Tank fight. You know what I mean? He came
And
in
him,
with his.
the youth is the biggest advantage, I think. Bottom line, man, Gamboa. But I don't know how. It seems like we've been talking about Gamboa for damn near 20 years now. This dude, how long he been fighting?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
let's keep
he
it a
on his
buck,
way.
man.
He definitely on his way out. But you know, Cruz gonna come in with his head down, man, bite down on that mouthpiece, trying to deliver some you know what I'm saying, sock, roll the crowd, you know what I mean, shock and shot. And Gamboa, he too settled. You know what I'm saying? He gonna look for counters. He gonna look for people to be soft for him. And Cruz ain't that kind of opponent. I see Cruz running through Gamboa.
I mean, I understand where y'all coming from, and I'm a big proponent of out with the old, in with the new. But in this modern time right here, we got the old schools making a stand. You know what I'm saying? We got Ugas coming up in a pay-per-view fight at 30, 35 years old. We got Nonito
Don't need no
Donaire
down there. Yeah.
doing big shit, and he about 39. So that kind of make me kind of pump my brakes on that shit a little bit. But me personally, I think this is a type of fight that Gamboa can win. I mean, because when I think about the guys that's been beating Gamboa, like Tank Davis, 206 and 15 amateur, maybe not just straight blue chip, but he at least like a 4-star, 4.5-star type guy. Devin Haney, 130 and 8. American Dream, you know, this is a classy ass motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Probably like a 4.5-star type guy too. That's not Pitbull. Pitbull is what, about 73-12 or 73-15 or something like that. Basic type of guy, come straight to you. Like Marlo said, he got his head down, biting on his mouthpiece, just coming to make a fight out of it. That's the type of guy that you can go out there and box. You know what I'm saying? Like the great George Foreman said, man, it's hard to really look your best as a boxer unless you got somebody coming to you trying to knock you out. You know what I'm saying? So we got like a one-trick pony. And that's what Pitbull is. Pitbull don't have like a lot of tools and a lot of options in the ring. He got to do the same thing. He gonna come get on the inside, try to go to the body with mean body shots. If Gamboa can go out there and box the motherfucker a little bit, I think he got a chance to go get it, go outbox him.
Hey, you
Go the
make an
distance.
excellent point, man. When the now I'm thinking about when Gamboa's losses, it wasn't, you can't think of a pressure fire that just bowed them down. It was always these boxers with power that he had problems with. You know, if he had ever fought the dude from Puerto Rico back in the years, maybe we could have known that. But yeah, you're right. I haven't seen a guy that's just a straightforward kind of Ramirez style fighter just run him over. So, but like I said, it's just age, man. And you know, we always talk mess about, you know, people talk mess about these Cubans. I don't know how old this dude is, but he might have a lower night in one, and just where he outboxes a guy. If he can't get to the chin, if Cruz don't have the power to hurt him, he might be able to put them feet and, you know, use the jab and move around and really kind of put some work in.
And you know
Yeah,
what?
that's if you had 100% though, right? I'm around. Salute, sid.
What's
Appreciate
up
you.
with
Shit,
that's the
video.
angel.
Stay
That's
coming
the
through.
angel.
Yes, sir. Champ Ross in the building too. Salute. What's good, bro?
Sharon Rose. What's up, bro?
But yeah, that's if you come in and that Achilles is 100%, huh, bro?
Yeah, but I will say this though, that fight that he had with Tank when he got injured, that was a good opportunity to quit if he had some quit in him, and he didn't quit. He tried to go the distance. He got stopped in the final round, if I'm not mistaken. I thought Devin Haney was going to destroy the motherfucker. He went the distance against Devin Haney. So I think he's showing that he got at least a little something left. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not enough to beat Pitbull. Maybe the youth and the pressure just going to be too much for him. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's showing some signs that he got a little bit of life left. You know what I'm saying? And you know what they say about the good fighters, or really about the great fighters. I know he don't really qualify for being great, but I think he's at least a really good fighter. And they say they always got one night left, just one more good night. I think this is the opponent that he can have his one more good night. Maybe I'm over here tripping, man, but I just don't see nothing special in Pitbull. I know that Gamboa got the amateur background, like 300, at least 250 fights. I think it's like 300. I haven't seen an exact record, you know what I'm saying? Olympian and all this kind of shit. Everybody counting them out too, because I'm pretty sure like it ain't too many people that's thinking he got a chance to win this fight. That's when that's a lot of the time when motherfucker turn back the hands of time on you a little bit and come with something that you wasn't expecting. So, you know, I'm gonna give Gamboa a shot to go win this shit, man. I might pick him on Raw.
Hey, you make a good point there. The thing I would say is, as far as that Achilles, I don't think his tear was as bad. I mean, my brother recently he's like a few years younger than Gamboa. He blew out his Achilles, and the way he did it, it was so bad he couldn't walk. Gamboa was still boxing in that fight, so it may not have been. It might have put him in a bad situation. But I know my brother had to sit on the couch for like 6 months, and he's an athlete. He's been, you know, he went to college, played college ball and all that stuff. So he wasn't like no out of shape dude. And it took him 6 months on the couch just sitting. But that was, like I said, his was so bad he couldn't even walk. Gamboa almost finished the fight. He just looked real bad, like Benavidez's little brother style, you know?
And
Yeah,
since then, he's went 12 rounds.
yeah, but not he ain't 100% though. Like versus Devin Haney, like his reflexes. You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't get away from a lot of shit that he usually could. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
but I
tough,
know
he
that
tough this motherfucker.
Pitbull ain't no Devin Haney.
No, he definitely not. He gonna be there to get hit though. That's why I say you got a hell of a point. But I just don't see Gail. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucking Achilles holding up. You know what I'm saying? And we do know Pitbull can crack though. Miss Lex in the building. Salute. What's happening?
Salute. Hey,
Salute.
man, y'all pretty much saying out with the old and with the new. And I'm not the motherfucker that's gonna be here arguing against that shit. That's the nature of boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my shit that I lean on. Out with the old, in with the new. So I understand where y'all coming from. It's just something that's telling me that give Gamboa a shot out here. But I would not be too surprised if Pitbull go out there and run over his ass in like 3 rounds or something. It's the end of Gamboa, straight demolition. That wouldn't surprise me either. But something telling me, give Gamboa a shot out here, man. You might want to take him on the Chin Raw.
You better ease up on that so you can get up in that top 5 or something.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm the odds on favorite to win next season. I'm telling y'all that right now.
Hey, sticking with your out with the old, in with the new, because that shit been working for you so far. Goddamn, you made me eat crow some shit.
Yeah, I had an 8 crow on that shit too. I took Keith Thurman over Pacquiao with that out with the old in with the new shit.
Yeah.
He can crow like a motherfucker. I'm gonna jump in the chat a little bit. Winston Lee, salute to you. Said I always wanted to see Gamboa versus Mikey Garcia back in the day. Oh yeah, that would have been a good ass fight. Winston Lee said, yeah, 122 and 126. Look at Champ Gil Cole trying to bribe this motherfucker Champ Ross, talking about what's your cash app? I need to get back in the top 5. Hyphy, what's up, bro? Said Fundora is the worst title contender in boxing. Terrible skill set, poor ring IQ. Yeah, he been on that pretty tough. Like every single time the Fundora topic come up, he come here talking about how sorry the motherfucker is. And after looking at the amateur background, I saw it because I don't know why I thought I saw he was like 105 and 7 or some shit, but I looked recently and it said 3-3. And that kind of corroborate what Hyphy's saying, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to me, brother. How you feel in the building, man? Wow. Blessings, bro.
Sean Ross said the schedule nuts this week. That's what I like. I like a deep schedule, man. I like when you go out there and put 15, 16, 17 fights on the schedule. All that 7 fights and 10 fights and all that kind of shit. Nah, I want to go out there and you know what I'm saying, drop some picks on the motherfucker. Sean Ross said this whole month of boxing, yeah, this shit about to be good, man. I can't wait. Even going into next month, because Canelo fight Bivol next month, right? I think he do, man. I'm looking forward to that shit, all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bivol talking that good talk, man. I liked it.
Yeah, I think Bivol got action, man. I'm telling you, one of the main things I like is when he fought against that Umar Salimov. Salimov hit the dude with an elbow like they doing Muay Thai or something. I'm talking about they hit the dude with a flush elbow. Bivol didn't even say nothing to the referee. He didn't complain about it or nothing. He just stayed focused on the task at hand. That showed me that he got some toughness, man. He got the type of toughness that you need to win a fight like this. I guarantee if he was Caleb Plant would still be crying right now about that elbow. I had posted that shit in the Discord so y'all could check that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute to Toby Bartlett, man, in the building. Me and him, we tied up on the Champ Ross. That ain't a bad man to be tied up, but it ain't gonna be for long, Mr. Bartlett. I gotta come gain some ground. It's a particular person in the top 10 that I gotta catch. I gotta catch that motherfucker, and it'll feel like a success. But Toby Bartlett said, salute Marlo Trez, king of the Kim folks in the chat. What's going down? La D in the building. Salute to the queen. What's up with you? I thought Marlo was gonna say something. Hyphy say,
Salute, sis. I was over there responding to Almond Brown. You can check it out. What you see, check out what I say to him when you read it.
yeah, hey, y'all don't be down there having too much fun. We doing trivia tonight. Goddamn, we just chopping it up right now. We're gonna do some trivia a little bit later on. Toby Bartlett said, okay, saying what's up to Champ Ross. Yeah, everybody saying what's up to Lala D saying what's up to Marlo. He's saying what's up. Yeah, man. Shit is about to get good, man. We just had us a little time where the boxing wasn't that good. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the thing that kept me going was the damn Champ Ross. Because I'll be like, man, ain't really no good fights this coming up weekend, but hey, I still got to get these points, you know what I'm saying? So they let you know that Champ Ross really did, like, he enhanced this shit, you know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to get King of the Kim folks in there next season so I can stomp a mud hole in his ass. Major Key Boxing, welcome to the gym. This is your first time. Somebody about to say something?
Salute to the Kim folks.
Salute Major Key. Who else want to say something? Oh yeah, Almond Brown. Did you get to it yet?
What'd she say? Well, give me my honorary point so I can go fix me something to eat. Trey, I got you.
No, she
I,
said she said, Trey, you gonna be on the fight? And I hit her with your saying. She said, is frog a watertight? God damn right, call it the fight.
yeah, it's a frog's ass watertight. You goddamn right I'm calling the fight. Sharon Ross said, Trey, what you think of that Jamonte Clark versus Aaron Coley fight? I think that's a good undercover fight. I don't know nothing about no Aaron Coley, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna go look it up though. I'm gonna tell you something though. I'm gonna tell you the fight that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Joshua Abuatsi versus Craig Richards. I recently said that Craig Richards is an ass whooping waiting on somebody. That's the dude that had the tough fight against Bivol. On one of the scorecards, they had the score 115 to 114. And salute to that judge that had that score because it sounded like he had a 10-10 round. I do think that judges need to start utilizing 10-10 rounds more liberally. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the round do be close, man. You ain't got to just pick the motherfucker because he the favorite. Call it a 10-10 round. But this dude had a tough fight, Craig Richards, with Bivol. And I said that he is underrated. He took his first loss going straight from 6 rounders to a 12 rounder. You see what I'm saying? So I think he like a sleeping giant. I got a feeling that Botsy gonna go out there and get his ass whooped fucking around with Craig Richards. Hey, we gonna find out about Botsy. We gonna learn if he the goods or not. If he the goods, he'll go out there and beat this guy. If he just pretending, Craig Richards gonna stomp a mud hole in his ass. Watch. I can't wait. Look in the chat a little bit. Y'all want to get y'all take. Lala D said, I think Valdez is going to give a good fight to Shakur. Shakur wins, though. Yeah, he going to come give a good fight. He tough. He fought with a broken jaw against the Scott Quigley guy. So they showed me that he got some toughness. In his last fight, he was getting his ass toe off the bone against Robson Conceição, but he did go the distance, and he was busted up and fucked up after that fight, too. Whole face all red and shit, looking all
Man,
bruised
that
up.
fool lost that fight, man. And it was funny, man. That was the worst thing that, man. I glad he got Hart and he gonna go into Shakir, but if that dude did him like that, Shakir should do him dirty. I just hope Shakir don't go in there fucking posing. That's the only thing that ever irritates me about him sometimes. He watches work too much. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good matchup, period, though. Because finally some of the top guys is fighting each other. You know, Top Rank got all the smoke under 140 and below. That's where it's at.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, man. I do think it's gonna go the distance, though. That's what I was trying to say. What you think about the fight, bro?
I was looking at the schedule. Which one you talking about?
Oscar Valdez and Shakur.
I think Shakur gonna school that boy, man. I think Valdez gonna come just walking in and shit, get set up the whole fight, man. I don't see him winning. I see him probably periodically probably landing something, but I just see it being a straight demo for Valdez.
Well, you think it's gonna be a knockout, or how many rounds you think Shakur gonna win?
Like, far as if it go to distance.
If you go the distance.
If we go to distance, I'll probably give Valdez two rounds, 3 rounds based on Shakur gonna ease up off the gas and have him chase him around. You know what I mean? I'll probably give him 3 rounds, probably eight to 4 or something like that.
I was thinking 8-4. I was thinking 8. What about you, King of the Kinfolk?
Yeah, as soon as you asked that, I immediately thought 8-4. Immediately 8-4.
That's what I was thinking too. I am going, and by me us saying we giving a little credit to Valdez. Valdez had 204 amateur fights. He was ranked #1 in his division in Mexico, and he's an Olympian. He's not the type of guy that's about to come and just lay down. Even in the Robson Conceição fight, he was getting his ass whooped, but he was still coming forward and behaving like a champion. Even though he was getting whooped, he wasn't quitting. He was still coming forward and trying to make it. So I think he's going to come and show a little something, you know what I'm saying? But I think he's going to get schooled. I'm like Marlo, about 8-4, but I'm really thinking probably like 9-3, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, a lot of our venom towards him is he's a fucking cheater. That's why we don't like him. It's not skills and stuff. It's just you're a fucking cheater. So I don't know how many fights you won off hard work and doing like all the rest of these dudes are doing. You going in there taking unfair advantages because anytime you taking something to help you lose weight, man, that just means you fucking lazy. Like, so damn that shit. That's why nobody like So, and then I see you get your ass whooped, and then you get a gift decision, and then I can tell you read right off the script talking about, oh, Conseco, he ran the whole fight. Like, bitch, he stood right in front of you. What do you mean he ran? So that to me means you a liar too. So damn that dude. I hope he get. It's gonna be 8-4, but I hope Shakir destroys him. I hope it's some Floyd Mayweather versus Corrales type shit. Just
Cheating or not,
dominate.
cheating or not, he gonna get his ass whooped, brother.
All right, let me ask y'all this real quick. Who do y'all think got the advantage in coaching coming into the fight?
Who what?
Who has the advantage in coaching coming into the fight?
Who in Valdez corner?
Valdez got Reynoso. Chepo Reynoso.
I thought
Canelo trainer.
I thought they booted his ass out the camp. But
No,
I
that
think
was Ryan Garcia.
I think Shakur got a whole team. You know what I'm saying? I think he got a whole team. You know what I mean? He got any type of influence that he can have. He can bring in Bud. He can bring in Floyd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he got a whole team. The person that is in his corner is gonna put the game plan together. They've been putting a decent game plan, but I think he got a whole team, man. I think he got the better corner.
I actually would have to give the slight edge to Valdez because Reynoso been coaching on the championship level. I think that Shakir's primary training is his grandfather, and he does appear to be a very knowledgeable guy. As a matter of fact, he got the endorsement from Mayweather. Mayweather said if Shakir was going to be his fighter, he wasn't going to change a thing. He was going to leave his grandfather as a trainer because he done did an amazing job. But his grandfather ain't never trained on this level right here. You know what I'm saying? Like fighting for unified championships and all that kind of shit. I'm going to give the slight edge to Reynoso because he done been here before with Canelo, like fighting on this big stage, unified championships, undisputed type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I give the slight edge to Valdez's corner. I'm gonna jump in the chat a little bit.
Hey, real quick though, what about the Tony Harrison versus Sergio Garcia fight? Tony Harrison gonna be back. When the last time he fought, he coming off a layoff, ain't he?
Who the fuck is Sergio Garcia?
That's his opponent.
Is that the same Sergio Garcia?
We probably done seen him more than once.
You talking about the announcer Sergio Garcia?
Nah, man, this dude 33 and 1 with 14 knockouts.
That do sound familiar, that record. I don't even know what that is, though. I'm gonna be honest.
off the top of the head.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, let me check him out real quick.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if it's like a showcase type thing though, because he is coming off a tough performance against that guy that got the quick hands and shit that you did the interview with. But I don't know nothing about the guy, so I'm gonna have to look him up. You know what I'm saying? Just being 100. Almond Brown said, "Oh my bad, go ahead."
I was talking about Brian Perella. That's what you talking about.
Yeah, Brian Perella. Miss Almond Brown said, "I might have to put you on my wall this weekend, then Trey. I swear I crack up when you call the fights. About what time is alive? Shit, the fights I think they start at like 8:00 Central Time, but we don't really get started all the time like on the undercards. A lot of times we just call the main event, especially here recently. You know what I'm saying? So it'll probably be like 10:00 or something." Lala D said, "I'm here until the trivia starts." So she warning us that she gonna duck that smoke. Hyphy said, "Trey, Donaire versus Inoue officially set for June 7th in Japan. Number 1 versus number 2 in the division facing each other." Yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a fight, man. I hate that I didn't call the first fight between the two of them. Marlo did, but that ended up being a fucking classic, man. Donaire getting off the ground from a fucking liver shot, turning back the hands of Tom like that. It's just kind of hard for me to like just 100% believe in what Donaire got going on because I don't really have much to compare it to. It's like somebody at his advanced age went down in weight and revitalized his career. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing to compare that to. So I'm kind of thinking like I'm expecting him to get old any minute. At any moment, Donaire is gonna get old and look like he's 40, like he's supposed to. That's what my
that's
mind
highly
keeps telling me.
unusual that guys that old in that that division you burn out when you're 33. So for a dude to be that old and that small and still be good, it's kind of like you say, you waiting for that night for him to look like an old man get smashed up.
I'm expecting it to happen at any fight, but hey, salute to Don there. He doing something right. I just don't have nothing to compare it to, so it's just kind of hard for me to believe in it 100%. Toby Barley said Spider Richards is a good fighter, in my opinion. He's definitely an ass whooping looking for someone 100%. That's what I'm trying to tell it. Hey, we gonna find out about Joshua Boxy. We gonna see exactly how good he is. Sean Ross said Cody from Haywood, California. I played hoops with his cousin growing up. He trains in Andre Ward gym. He been robbed a couple of times on the card. Solid fighter, fought some guys on short notice also. Okay. That sounds like a dangerous, potentially dangerous type motherfucker, man. I'm about to go check him out, check out his background and stuff. J1 Pro to Vincent, ain't no way Valdez winning 4 rounds. You don't think he can win 4 rounds? Hey, in sports, like a lot of the time, like you might see like a team in a point spread, and you'll be like, man, ain't no way these people can keep it in this point spread. But they got what's called a backdoor cover. You see what I'm saying? Like a team that go out there and be putting a foot in the team ass, and then they'll kind of let off the gas a little bit, and they'll let that underdog team come back and make it close enough for a backdoor cover on the point spread. I won't be surprised if Shakur can get out to like a fucking 7-1 start or something off in the fight. He might coast in some of the later rounds. It's not unusual. The shit happens, especially if he feel Valdez's power, because he done already said like he felt the power from knocking Thielen. Was like, man, I don't think I want to feel that. So it's a chance that he might can feel the power from Valdez and want to box and fight a safe type of fight late in the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. But I think you got a point though. It could be like 8-2. I mean 10-2, 9-3. Winston Lee said hold on, Lala D said she likes Shakur's team. Winston Lee said Mayweather versus Gotti ass kicking is what he want. I ain't mad at it. Chan Ross said Shakur team solid, goddamn me. Who all is on his team? I know he got Coach K Karoma. I know that he got his grandfather. With them like the main two dudes I'm thinking about. I know he got access to people like Terrence Crawford. He got access to Bo Mack and all them kind of guys. But who are the official people on his team? Lala D said she'll take Harrison. Shit, without knowing nothing about the other guy, I'll take Harrison too. Miss Lex, salute to you. What's up? Chan Ross said Sergio Garcia fought Fundora last time out. Okay, so that's that tough Spaniard that Marlo was talking about was giving Fundora a tough fight. He might go out there and whoop Tony Harrison. I do remember that dude had something. And Tony Harrison, he gonna have to show us something since he lost his father. Because I don't think he done won a fight since he lost his dad. His last fight was a draw. And he potentially probably should have lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when he was fighting Perella was out there putting the speed on him, putting combinations on him. He just don't have no power. I think Perella only got, about 7-8 knockouts. So he just couldn't really hurt Harrison. But Harrison going to have to show something, man, since he done lost his pops. I hate to sound insensitive, but, that's just what it is. Miss Lex said, I didn't know Tony was fighting. I didn't either. Chan Ross said he from Spain, fellow Spaniard. I got you. Almond Brown said, okay, thank you to Trey. I don't know what you think. Oh, you talking about for the fight call information, I think. Junior the Superdog was going down. Said salute Marlo and Trey's panel and everyone in the chat was going down, man. Goddamn. Who you got this weekend? All the people that came in, y'all tell us who y'all picking in the Fundora versus Lubin fight. That's the main fight of the weekend. Salute the one time just stepped up in the building. What's going down?
Salute Law, Junior the Superdog. Salute, man. What's happening?
That motherfucker tried to save me for some crow last weekend. He tried to tell me not to take Garche over Tim Zoo. Sent me a little video and shit on Messenger. I wasn't trying to listen to none of that though. But I will say, even though I got that pick wrong, I was still number one on the Chan Ross in first place on them boys. You know what I'm saying? We're up into the chat. Chan Ross says Shakur with Jay Prince. Okay. I'm thinking about like training and shit though. I understand like management, but I'm talking about training. Chan Ross said, I got nothing to lose this week. I'm picking some upsets this week. Shit, I was thinking about taking me a couple of draws. Shit, I was thinking about taking me a draw in the Lubin Fundora fight. I ain't bullshit, man. I need to catch up on some points. Miss Lex said Harris fight April the 9th. I believe in Vegas. Harris. Who the fuck is Harris? Oh, you talking about Tony Harrison. I got Salute the big boys boxing. What's going down? So what's good, team? I think this will be Shakir's coming out party. You think this is gonna be his coming out party?
Salute, fam.
His last fight felt like a coming out party to me. Most people wasn't expecting him to get the stoppage over Jamel Herring. You know, most people thought he would go the distance, including me. He went out there and got the stoppage on the motherfucker. That felt like the coming out party, but I see where you're coming from, though. I think this is a step up in class. I think that Oscar Valdez is a little better than Herring. That's just my opinion. So, yeah, I think this could be like a big performance against his best opponent. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I see where you're coming from with that. Miss Lex said, old dude, 6'5". I don't know. That's what a lot of people saying, man. You know, but King of Kings, he had made a point earlier, like when he was talking about where you got them tall, imposing type of motherfuckers. When they fight somebody that's classy, a lot of the time that classy guy go out there and get the win. Like when we thinking about Mayweather versus Diego Corrales. If you remember, Corrales was knocking out everything back then. I'm talking about he was whooping all kind of ass. And when the odds opened, they had Corrales as the favorite in the fight. And Mayweather went out there and made that shit look easy, man. Corrales didn't even think about winning a round. He was lucky if he could land 5 punches in one round. Shit, he was lucky if he threw 7 punches. Like he didn't know what to do with this man. So I'm gonna lean towards the amateur background, 143-7. I'm gonna lean towards the overall skills. I do like how Fundora, he can switch on you. He ambidextrous, you know what I'm saying? So that's a little wrinkle that he has. But I just think that the overall skill set from Lubin is going to be too much. I think he's going to be too fast. He done faced adversity already in the ring. So I think that's going to play in his favor too. So I'm expecting Lubin to go out there and beat this guy by decision. And if Fundora is to get the win, I think Fundora probably stop him. I think Fundora probably stop him in like 10 rounds if he was to get the victory. But I'm rolling with Lubin all day. Let me look in the chat one time. Hyphy say Benavidez said Canelo was ducking him by saying he doesn't bring anything to the table. But Benavidez said David Morrell doesn't bring anything to the table. Yeah, Morrell has a belt and is undefeated. What belt Morrell got? At 168? What belt Morrell got? I thought Canelo was undisputed. I know you ain't talking about one of the minor belts and shit. Man, don't come here talking about no IBO or some shit. Ms. Lex say, yeah, Tony Harrison, I got you. The Keji or something like that. Welcome to the gym. This your first time. Say, can we talk about how good the Spence Ugas pay-per-view undercard is? Lots of 50-50 fights on the undercard and interesting matchups. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't really just been paying attention to it because I be trying to concentrate on the fights for the weekend because I be making picks on the Chan Ross and I'm trying to win first place. So I just kind of take it week by week. But most definitely, I will be studying the fights that's coming up next weekend. Big Boys Boxing said, I wonder if the Towering Inferno will finally use his length. Nah, he gonna fight the way he fight. And it's been working for him. He don't really have a reason to switch it up. He's been winning. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's gonna fight how he fight. Lala D said, RIP to Diego Corrales, absolutely. And Keji said, Haney, my fighter of 2022, even if he loses. Haney's showing up every boxer out there, and he only 23 years old. Well, elaborate on that. What you think he doing to show up to other fighters? You think he's showing up to other fighters because he just took a fucked up contract so he can get the fight that he want? You know, I guess that's what you're saying. I can kind of respect it a little bit, but damn, it is what it is. John Ross said Morrell got the WBA regular belt. That's what I thought he had, some shit like that, man. Yeah, I know I don't be on the belts like that, but that didn't make no sense what that man said. Lala D said, I don't like the undercard much. She said she don't like the undercard. I don't even know who fight on the undercard, so I can't even speak on this shit. One time said Spence Ugas undercard. Who on the undercard one time? That's the perfect person to ask right there. Let us know who on the undercard, bro. I know you know that shit off the top of your head. Lala D said, I want to see Ochoa, I guess. I don't even know who Ochoa is. Y'all bringing up all these names got me in here sounding like a casual and shit, man. Hey, trust and believe, I do know something about this boxing. You know what I'm saying? And like I keep on saying, I done won first place on the Chan Ross. La D said the undercard is just okay. Okay, there we go. L Dub gave me one. I did see the Butayev versus Stanionis. We got a guy that's 392-8 going against a guy that's 141-19. I'm definitely looking forward to that matchup. Two undefeated fighters. I think that Butayev has a chance to beat Boots Ennis. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? But that is a fight that I've been looking forward to, man. So I can't wait for that fight. Jose Cito Lopez, the Crowley guy. I picked the Crowley dude. I think Crowley is the one that knocked out. I think he knocked out Indongo, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say I picked Crowley by knockout over Indongo. I might be tripping though. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's who it is. I might have to lean toward Jose Cito Lopez, man. I'm gonna have to go study him first though before I just lock in on the pick. What y'all think about that Stanionis and Butayev fight? What you think about that shit, bro?
I'm trying to think. Which one is Butayev?
Butayev is the one that went out there and stopped Jamal James in his last fight. He like a Russian looking dude, beard and shit. He real aggressive. He was stepping in with the lead right hook. He ambidextrous too. He go out there and switch. He real tough, man. Like I said, 392-8 amateur record. Bad motherfucker.
He sound familiar like a motherfucker. I'm gonna have to go see.
Yeah, we called the fight. Yeah, me and you, we called the fight.
I'm probably gonna be leaning towards him more than likely because if this is who I think it is. Let me see first.
Yeah, it's gonna be a war, bro. That's gonna be a war, man. That's gonna be a good fight. Stand on it. That's probably that could mess around. I mean, if you remove the main event, it's probably the fight of the night, like straight up.
I think it could potentially be the fight of the night too. Just styles make fights, and now one of them got to go find each other. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come and meet in the center of the ring and bang it out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's a Night Cruz and Gamboa fight too.
Oh yeah. We were just talking about that one. I forgot about that one. Lala D talking about Lee Selby. I ain't excited to see nothing about Lee Selby. Junior the Superdog said I got the red corner. Lubin and Harrison by decision. All right, one time said Rayo Valenzuela versus Francisco Vargas. Isaac Cruz versus Gamboa. I got you. I know a little bit about the Francisco Vargas, but not the Valenzuela. The Keji said, yeah, he's about trying to be great. He's easily going to beat Kambosos twice and beat Lomachenko easily. Well, I hope you go out there and his plan works. You know what I'm saying? I just know that I had posted the video in the Discord and shit. I had sent it to a few people on Messenger too, talking about these predatory type of contracts, basically, and that's what it sounded like he on. I'm not gonna get off into a big contract discussion, but I just want to reiterate what I saw in the video because I've told y'all before. But like Willie Monroe, he said when it's a promoter that doesn't want his fighter to fight another fighter, they'll come up with a contract that has a lot of shit off in it that make it hard for you to accept. Like they might want 60% of your intellectual property, for example. And your intellectual property is you making money off your likeness and off your name and all that kind of shit in any way. And that include like making appearances at clubs and all that kind of stuff. And one thing about these contracts, they're not gonna give you no money without having an opportunity to get it back from you. So, like, let's say you make $100,000 in intellectual property, and you supposed to pay 50% of that with the contract. And let's say you skim off that shit like 10,000, you supposed to pay 50,000, but you pay them 40,000. They not gonna come back and just get the 10,000 you didn't give them. They gonna come back and get all the money from you. So if they paid you $4 million, they're gonna come get the whole $4 million from your ass. You know what I'm saying? So those are the kind of contracts they come up with when they don't want their fighter to fight a guy. So they give you a contract that is hard for you to accept, and when you don't accept it, they say, look, we offered him a fight, but he didn't accept it. The boxing fans don't give a damn. They gonna say, you didn't want to fight because you didn't accept the fight. If you do accept the fight, they gonna say you were stupid for taking a bad offer. So it's like a lose-lose situation in these type of situations.
And win for losing. You're right, though.
and that's what it seemed like Devin Haney just stepped into. He seemed like he's one of the rare fighters that are called a bluff. Like you giving me this predatory situation, I don't care. I'm gonna take it anyway, and I'm gonna go beat you at your own game.
Yeah,
That's what.
I think he's doing it because he's young enough to make one of the. I mean, that's not a mistake. It's a strategic move. He's young enough to take a L like that, and for the longevity of his career, won't matter. At the end of the day, let's say you mess around and you have to screw off 2 or 3 years of money, screwing around with this BS contract, but you get the undisputed. You get in the history books. You're in there with Sweet Pea Whitaker and stuff. Um, Maybe the trade off is worth it because in the end, like he's thinking of back end money. I mean, we low key bring up the Mayweather versus when he fought Oscar, and they're like, oh, he only got 20 mil. It's like, oh, it's 20 mil, but yeah, when the other dude's making 100, and plus
Yeah.
all the fights that he's had. If you guys notice, whenever you look at it on YouTube, it has Golden Boy endorsement at the bottom, so he lost a lot of his residual money that way too. So that's kind of what Devin Haney's doing right now, but even worse.
Yeah, I hope he come out that shit, man. The Keji, okay, I read that. Lala D said not Lee Selby. Okay, that's good news. L Dub say Brandon Lee versus Zachary Okoye. Okay. Definitely like Brandon Lee coming to knock out everything, even though I don't think his skill set matches his amateur background. I can't remember his record off the top of my head for some reason, but he got a bunch of wins but only the losses. And it seemed like he should be fighting at a more higher advanced level than he does, but we're gonna see how he develops. Let me scroll down. Toby Barlett, the caddy said Pitbull versus Gamboa could be a great fight if Gamboa got anything left. I think he done showed a little signs of having a little something left, man. That's one of the fights that I'm looking forward to the most. I can't wait for that shit. Big Boys Boxing said I saw Huey Fury say he's got a big announcement. He said he's going to fight someone nobody wants to fight. Okay. I ain't a big Huey Fury fan. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what he got cooking.
Derek Bailey, salute, bro. The Keji, welcome to the gym for the first time, man.
Derek Bailey was going down. Big Boys Boxing said that tells me Luis Ortiz or Frazier Clark. Hey, the Boxing Truth Serum, salute to you. What's going down? I don't even recognize that name, but he got a wrench in her, so he must be fam. The Keji said Huey Fury. That's a hard ass name to say, man. Huey Fury is full of roids. You punch him and his acne balls burst. It's disgusting. All right. Yeah, I see Derek Bailey. Salute to you. Derek Bailey said it's 188 and something. Trey, I think that do sound familiar. I was thinking the first thing that came to my mind was like 181 and 5, but that's Brian Castano. It might be like 181 and 9 or some shit like that, but it's something big to something small. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to go ahead and do this trivia and shit tonight too. So we don't run too late because we had already got started like 9. It's almost 10. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump on the trivia, bro.
Yeah, fire it up, man. I'm gonna jump off and get in the chat.
All right, man. I ain't asked no million questions, y'all. I just asked something just to keep it, just to keep it sharp a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah, that's him, Trey. I'm picking that nigga. What's his name?
Butaya, Razel
Butaya.
Butaya.
Yeah, I'm picking him. By stopping.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good fight though, too. Though, ain't no chump. You said you about to do the trivia?
Yeah, go ahead and do it before it get too late.
All right.
Salute to Eric Carr. What's going down, bro? All right, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and start this trivia, so we can go ahead and knock this out real quick. And this is pretty much just history too, man. I ain't do no modern day fighters this time. Okay, this is the first question. What fighter was a colored welterweight and middleweight champion and went 8-3-2 against the great Holman Williams? Some people might feel like the training wheels then got taken off a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? But once again, what fighter was a colored welterweight and middleweight champion and went 8-3-2 against the great Holman Williams? Xavier the boxing there was going down and say Charlie Burley, but that's not the correct answer.
Hey, I was just gonna say he just jumped in. He was waiting on this.
Yeah. I can't remember Charlie Burley's record against Holman Williams, but I think it was like even.
Xavier the boxing nerd, salute, fam.
How if you say Black Murderers wrote question to kick it off? Absolutely. Hey, I've been over there with Boxing Librarian too, man. I ain't gonna lie. I do like his shit. You know what I'm saying? His shit feel like you go to learn something. Scrapbook shit is more like you file up that weed and just relax and check out the shit and listen to the jazz. But that would be Xavier the Boxing Nerd. That's Coco Kid. Coco Kid is number one. Go to Xavier. Xavier the Boxing Nerd. Okay, next question. What fighter went by the alias the Baltimore Demon and has wins over Philadelphia Jumping Jack O'Brien, Mysterious Billy Smith, Barbados Joe Walcott, Larry Temple, and Sam Langford? I see y'all down there with the guesses and shit, man. Definitely appreciate y'all. Xavier said he just came through the door. Once again, what fighter went by the alias the Baltimore Demon and has wins over Philadelphia Jumping Jack O'Brien, Mysterious Billy Smith, Barbados Joe Walcott, Larry Temple, and Sam Langford? Okay, Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be young Peter Jackson. So that's one for Gil Cole's. Gil Cole's on that shit. Young Peter Jackson. Okay, next question. What is said to have brought boxing to England? Salute to D-Lo for boxing in the building. King of the Kinfolk got it. Yeah, that's young Peter. Well, you say Peter Jackson. It's actually young Peter Jackson. They not the same fighter.
D-Lo, salute, bro.
Once again, what is said to have brought boxing to England? This is probably going to be one I'm going to get a 5 from y'all right here, man. So just get ready to shoot your 5s out there. You know what I'm saying? King of the Kinfolk say shit, some boats. Once again, what is said to have brought boxing to England? Xavier the Boxing Nerd say the first young Peter Jackson. Yeah, it probably was several of the motherfuckers. Once again, what is said to have brought boxing to England? And don't be shy about shooting your 5 out there. Because I didn't know this shit when I first read it. The Kedgy say Bill Richmond, shit, he was in the mix, but he was actually in the mix a little later on. Boxing in England really started in like 1681. Spirit of Justice was going down. D-Lo said outlawing gun duels. Spirit of Justice say war. I think that ain't really just a direct answer though. It's like some history type shit. You know what I'm saying? The Kedgy say Tom Molyneux, he was in the mix in the early 1800s. You know what I'm saying? But this is before then. This is something that took place in 43 CE until 410 CE. So 43 of the Common Era to the year 410 of the Common Era. Gil Coles gave me my first 5. I read this in a book too. I can't remember the name of the book. It was actually a book about the colored championship, the colored heavyweight championship. D-Lo said French and Indian War. King of the Kinfolk said Olympics. Okay, Spirit of Justice got that shit. It was Roman occupation from 43 CE until 410 CE. So I'm gonna give that to Spirit of Justice. Spirit of Justice. Okay, next question. What man beat the brakes off George Taylor, James Figg's appointed successor, for the championship of England? The Kedgy said they need to make a movie about Bill Richmond and Tom Molyneux. Amazing story. Absolutely. Absolutely, they need to make a movie. Me and D-Lo, well, D-Lo really the one that brought the point up, but that motherfucker Ugas might have him a movie that he making. You know what I'm saying? Xavier the Boxing there got that shit. That'll be Jack Brockton. But what I said about Ugas, because he going into the fight thinking about the history. I saw him on the interview and he said that he the first Cuban to fight for 3 championship belts. So he going into this shit with history on his mind. Next question. What man went by the alias the Knight of the Cleaver and beat Jack Brockton for the championship of England? Once again, what man went by the alias the Knight of the Cleaver and beat Jack Brockton for the championship of England? His initials are JS. JS are his initials. Don't worry, I ain't gonna stay in this bare knuckle shit forever, man. I just wanted to shoot some shit out there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But once again, what man went by the alias the Knight of the Cleaver and beat Jack Brockton for the championship of England? King of the Kinfolk said, who going to play Ugas? I don't know what you mean by that, bro. D-Lo said John L. Sullivan. No, sir. John L. Sullivan was way after this.
We talking about who gonna play Ugas in the movie.
Oh, who gonna play Hogan's in the movie? I don't even know, man. The Caddy said Jack Cullen. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna be 100. I don't see the name though. His name rhymes. His first name, okay, Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be Jack Slack. The Knight of the Cleaver, Jack Slack. That's another one for Gil Cole's. Good shit off that Google. Okay, next question. What fighter was called the uncrowned welterweight champion for 5 years before getting up from a second round knockdown to outpoint Tommy Bell to win the vacant welterweight championship? Dio said, Luke can play him. The Kedgy said these questions are amazingly hard. That just cause the bare knuckle stuff, man. I'm gonna ask some questions that's gonna be easy. Okay, Xavier the Boxing gave me an abbreviation, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it to him. That had to be Sugar Ray Robinson. Y'all know he beat Tommy Bell for the vacant title and shit. That's another one for Xavier the Boxing the great Sugar Ray Robinson. Next question. What fighter went by the aliases the Garfield Ghost and the Garfield Gunner? Junior the Super
Salute, fam.
Salute. Junior the Super Dog said, I don't know nothing about the UK. Yeah, I ain't gonna just ask all them type of questions. I gotta ask you a variety, my brother. King of the Kinfolk, Wesley Snipes is Oogies, huh? Xavier said vacated by Marty Servo. What's the answer? I don't need the backstory. Tell me what the answer is. Once again, what fighter went by the aliases the Garfield Ghost and the Garfield Gunner? Oh, you talking about the last question? My mind got ahead of me and shit. He said who Robinson beat twice. Once again, what fighter went by the aliases the Garfield Ghost and the Garfield Gunner? Derek Bailey got that shit. That'd be Tippy Larkin. Derek Bailey, Tippy Larkin. Okay, next question. Charles Pop Foster is credited with discovering what pugilistic prodigy who went by many aliases, including Babyface, the Belton Celt, Dublin Dynamite, the Dublin Destroyer, Murderous Mick, the Belfast Spider, the Jew Killer, the Jew Beater, Hebrew Scourge, and the Irish Lullaby, and fought one of the toughest schedules in boxing history. Once again, what fighter? Hold on. Charles Pop Foster. Okay, Xavier the Boxing got that shit. I'm glad you put that in there so I ain't have to read it all again. That's another one for Xavier the Boxing. That'll be Jimmy McLaurin. That's another one for Xavier the Boxing Nerd. Jimmy McLaurin. Next question. What fighter went by the aliases El Cesar del Boxeo, El Gran Campeón, and El León de Culiacán, and according to Wikipedia, holds the record for the most successful title defenses at 27 and the most title defenses won by knockout? D'Lo said, I read today that Cuba ended its ban on pro boxing. Man, that's some big ass news right there, man. Square business. Once again, what fighter went by the aliases El Cesar del Boxeo, El Gran Campeón, and El León de Culiacán, and according to Wikipedia, holds the record for the most successful title defenses at 27 and the most title defenses won by knockout? Okay, Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be the great Julio Cesar Chavez. That's another one for Gil Cole. Julio Cesar Chavez. Next question. According to Wikipedia, who is the first Mexico-born fighter to win world titles in 4 different weight classes? And I know I don't normally get all my questions on Wikipedia. I just had to put something together kind of quick. I ain't have time to read 5 books. You know what I'm saying? Xavier said, brother, I just heard the most title defenses. Once again, on this next question, according to Wikipedia, who is the first Mexico-born fighter to win world titles in 4 different weight classes? I see Marquez. Y'all close. Y'all close out there. I don't see the right answer though. His last name do start with an M. His initials are EM. EM are his initials. And this is according to Wikipedia. Okay, Gil Cole's got that shit. That'd be Eric Morales. That's another one for Gil Cole. Eric Morales. Next question. What Colombian fighter was a 2-1 amateur, lost his first attempt to win a world title by 15-round decision to Nicolino Loche, but went on to knock out Alfonso Peppermint Frazier to win the junior welterweight championship on October the 28th, 1972. Let me try to read that a little more smooth. What Colombian fighter was a 2-1 amateur, lost his first attempt to win a world title by 15-round decision to Nicolino Loche, but went on to knock out Alfonso Peppermint Frazier to win the junior welterweight title on October the 28th, 1972. Okay, Xavier the Boxing Nerd got that shit. That'd be Antonio Cervantes. That's another one for Xavier the Boxing Nerd. Good shit. Good shit. Next question. What fighter went by the alias the Herkimer Hurricane and beat his mentor, Tony Canzaneri, in 15 rounds on September the 3rd, 1936 for the lightweight championship? I see you down there, the catch you pulling up the rear with that Cervantes. Once again, what fighter went by the alias the Herkimer Hurricane and beat his mentor, Tony Canzaneri, in 15 rounds on September the 3rd, 1936 for the lightweight championship? Okay, Xavier the Boxing Nerd got that shit. That'll be Lou Ambers. Lou Ambers. And I'm writing down Lou Ambers instead of writing down Xavier. I just fixed that. All right. Next question. Ken Overland was the first man to defeat what Lawrenceville, Georgia native who grew up in Cincinnati and is regarded by many historians as the greatest light heavyweight of all time? Once again, Ken Overland was the first man to defeat what Lawrenceville, Georgia native who grew up in Cincinnati and is regarded by many historians as the greatest light heavyweight of all time? Xavier said that was the second fight. He said he got the first fight on his channel in full. Xavier said Archie Moore. No, sir. His initials are EC. EC are his initials. Y'all saying more. Ken Overland was the first man to defeat what Lawrenceville, Georgia native who grew up in Cincinnati and is regarded by many historians as the greatest light heavyweight of all time. Okay, Xavier got that shit. That'll be Ezra Charles. The great Ezra Charles. Okay, next question. What fighter claimed middleweight championship of the world status in 1909 following the death of Stanley Ketchel? And he goes by the alias the St. Paul Phantom. Once again, what fighter claimed middleweight champion of the world status in 1909 following the death of Stanley Ketchel, and he goes by the alias the St. Paul Phantom? The St. Paul Phantom. He had a brother too that was a heavyweight. His name was first name was Tommy. He got a brother. His first name Tommy. Xavier said the old dad. I done heard of that name. I don't know nothing about him though. I'm gonna be real. Okay, Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be Mike Gibbons, the brother of Tommy Gibbons. So that's Gil Cole's, Mike Gibbons. Good shit. Next question. What great Puerto Rican fighter knocked out Kenny Lane on June the 12th, 1959 for the junior lightweight championship? And his initials are CO. Once again, what great Puerto Rican fighter knocked out Kenny Lane on June the 12th, 1959 for the junior lightweight championship? Gil Cole, that's Tommy brother, Mike Gibbons. I got you. And this guy I'm talking about, his initials are CO. What great Puerto Rican fighter knocked out Kenny Lane on June the 12th, 1959 for the junior lightweight championship. I mean, yeah, I might have put the wrong fucking championship. I might have put the wrong championship. I think I might be right. I'm about 80% sure that I didn't mess up on this question. All right, the Keji, man. I got Carlos Ortiz, man. I might have put the wrong weight class. Some is telling me that I was supposed to put junior welterweight, but I put junior lightweight. I think I'm wrong, but the answer to the question is Carlos Ortiz. So that's the Keji, first on the board. Yeah, I think I might have messed up right there, man. I was going a little fast. Okay, next question. What man is credited with starting Cuba's boxing school? Escuela de Boxeo. Once again, what man is credited with starting Cuba's boxing school? And his initials are AC. Once again, what man is credited with starting Cuba's boxing school? And his initials are AC. The Keji say Stevenson. I don't know what Stevenson you talking about. Teofilo Stevenson? Nah, not Teofilo Stevenson. This is back in the day. I don't know exactly what year it is, though, so I'm talking about back in the day. Hell, it might have been around that time, but this guy's initials are AC, and he's an Eastern European. Yeah, this might not be the type of guy that you would expect since it's Cuba, but it was an Eastern European. What man is credited with starting Cuba's boxing school? His initials are AC, and he's an Eastern European. You can tell in his name, too. We done asked this question several times on the corner. I just ask it every now and then just to remind a motherfucker. King of the Kinfolk said, damn, if you put the right weight, I would have got it. Are you talking about on the Carlos Ortiz question? Shit, you should have got it off their initials, man. You should have known that one of the greatest Puerto Rican fighters, his initials are CO. It got to be Carlos Ortiz. Once again, what man is credited with starting Cuba's boxing school? Gil Cole said, I heard this question about 15 times. Well, why you ain't give me the answer yet then? If you done heard the question 15 times. What man is credited with starting Cuba's boxing school? His initials are AC. Okay, the Keji got this shit. That'll be Andre Shevchenko. So that's another one for the Keji. So he even got back-to-back questions on y'all, boy. God damn me. Next question. What Black Murderers Row member captures the vacant duration world light heavyweight title from Nate Bolden in 1944? Once again, what Black Murderers Row member captures the vacant duration world light heavyweight title from Nate Bolden in 1944? Junior the Superdog. Maybe you're trying to say Andre Shevchenko or something. Xavier the Boxing Nerd say Jimmy Bivens. I don't really normally see him listed with the Black Murderers Row. I know he fought him and shit, but I don't see him like as an official member. The Keji say 1944, no clue. What Black Murderers Row member captured the vacant duration world light heavyweight title from Nate Bolden in 1944? His initials are LM. That should make it real easy right there. His initials are LM. Jimmy Bivens was a duration champion, but he was the duration heavyweight champion. I'm talking about the duration light heavyweight champion right here. Derek Bailey got that shit. That'd be Lord Marshall. And that's according to Wikipedia. I'm going to say that too. That's according to Wikipedia. It was Lord Marshall. So I'm going to give that to Derek Bailey. I know we don't trust everything Wikipedia say, but that's where I got that question from. Next question. Carlos Monzon and Reuben Hurricane Carter are the only two men to knock out what great Solberg U.S. Virgin Islands native? The Keji said we're going to get post-1980 questions soon. I normally do some history and some modern day questions, but I really just want to just look at the history and shit right here. I do some 80s and 90s and all that kind of shit next time. We just on the back in the day, 40s and 50s and shit right now. Xavier the boxing that said I thought Bivens had both the duration light heavyweight and heavyweight. So all you might have. I know for a fact he was the duration heavyweight champion, but he might have had both of them. But that ain't the guy that beat Nate Bolden in 1944 though. Okay, Xavier the boxing got that shit. That'd be Emil Griffin. Carlos Monzon and Ruben Hurricane Carter are the only two men to knock out Emil Griffin. So that's another one for Xavier the boxing nerd. Okay, next question. Benny Leonard lost a title fight by disqualification against what fighter who went by the alias the Boxing Marvel? Once again, Benny Leonard lost a title fight by disqualification against what fighter who went by the alias the Boxing Marvel? The Keji said Emil Griffin. You said Emil Griffin. Let me scroll up and see. Don't just be fucking with me, man, because I don't see no Emil Griffin. Yeah, I don't see no Emil Griffin at all.
No, you said Jackson, and then you said we're gonna get past. You asked that question about the 80s. Ain't no Emil Griffin.
I done got confused in this motherfucker. I know Xavier the boxing nerd got this question right here. Jack Britton. So this one is for Xavier the boxing nerd. But he said I said Griffith, but Xavier is in front of the motherfucker anyway. Oh, he said I said Emil Griffin twice to other questions. Okay, I got you. You had me confused. Okay, next question. I'm trying to be patient today. Next question. What fighter went by the alias Young Clancy and upset Mickey Walker for the welterweight championship on May the 20th, 1926? His initials are PL. Once again, what fighter went by the alias Young Clancy and upset Mickey Walker for the welterweight championship on May the 20th, 1926? And his initials are PL. PL are his initials. Xavier the boxing nerd got another one. That'll be Pete Latzo. That's another one for Xavier. Good shit. Next question. What Olympic silver medalist was a 288 and 11 amateur and went by the nickname Quicksilver? Once again, what Olympic silver medalist was a 288 and 11 amateur and went by the nickname Quicksilver? His initials are VH. VH. And this is somebody that we done seen in our lifetimes. You know what I'm saying? He got his reel broke by a bad motherfucker. Xavier say, James Quick Tillis. No, sir. This dude right here was a champion at light heavyweight, and he was a champion at cruiserweight. Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be Virgil Hill. Shit, what is that? Ain't that post 1980? That's a post 1980 question right there. Gil Cole's, that'll be Virgil Hill. Okay, next question. What fighter went by the alias the Pittsburgh Kid and outpointed Emilio Bettina for the light heavyweight championship on July the 13th, 1939? Once again, what fighter went by the alias the Pittsburgh Kid and outpointed Emilio Bettina for the light heavyweight championship on July 13th, 1939? I quote this fighter a lot of the time because he say if you ain't never took a loss by the time you fight for a championship, it's something wrong because you ain't learned nothing. And that'll be the great Billy Conn. That's Xavier the boxing nerd. The great Billy Conn. Motherfucker, go out there and light your ass up with them combinations. Okay, next question. What fighter went by the aliases El Poas, Rockabye, and Mr. Knockout and holds the record for the most wins in unified title bouts in bantamweight history at 6? And this is according to Wikipedia. Once again, what fighter went by the aliases El Poas, Rockabye, and Mr. Knockout and holds the record for the most wins in unified title bouts in bantamweight history at 6? His initials are RO. RO are his initials. We almost done with this shit too, y'all. We coming down the stretch. Once again, what fighter went by the aliases El Poas, Rockabye, Mr. Knockout, and holds the record for the most unified title bouts in bantamweight history at 6. Okay, Xavier the Boxing Nerd got that shit. That'll be Ruben Olivares. That's another one for Xavier. Ruben Olivares. Okay, what is Johnny the Superdog said, look, Virgil Hill. What you mean by Virgil Hill, my brother? I don't know what you're talking about. Next question. What fighter went by the alias the Boxing Bellhop and became middleweight champion when he defeated Marcel Theo on September the 23rd, 1937? And his initials are F.A. King of the Kinfolk said this dude Xavier is quick. Yeah, that motherfucker, he only about 22, 23 years old, so he got that young brain. He got that young brain working on y'all, boy. And you know them youngsters, man, them motherfuckers be tech savvy. Ain't no telling what he working with over there. What fighter went by the alias the Boxing Bellhop and became middleweight champion when he defeated Marcel Theo on September the 23rd, 1937? Xavier the Boxing Nerd got another one. That'd be Fred Apostoli or something like that. But yeah, Xavier the Boxing Nerd got another one. See, it's a goddamn Xavier show tonight. Fuck what you heard. I'm right in his wheelhouse too. This the kind of shit he like because he love championship boxing. Okay, next question. What former Olympian went by the alias the Viper and was a 1991 AIBA world champion at junior welterweight? His initials are VF. Once again, what former Olympian went by the alias the Viper and was a 1991 AIBA world champion at junior welterweight? D-Lo got that shit. Hey, I swear, when I was writing this question, I knew who was gonna get the question right. I said this sounds like a D-Lo 404 boxing special right here. Square business. Vernon Forrest. Okay, next question. What fighter is the last man to hold the junior middleweight undisputed title? Man, I wrote that shit raggedy. Hold on, I'm gonna do it a little bit better than this. What fighter is the last man to hold the junior welterweight undisputed title? D-Lo got another one. That'll be the great Winky Wright. That's another for D-Lo 404 boxing. Hey, is that another post 1980 question? I got a couple of them mixed in there, huh, man? Back to reality. Next question. What fighter went by the alias Lefty Lou and is generally considered one of the greatest fighters to never win a title? Junior the Superdog said he wrote too many letters too fast. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Once again, what fighter went by the alias Lefty Lou and is generally considered one of the greatest fighters to never win a world title? D-Lo say Duvall. That name do sound familiar. It seems like I be seeing him as a trainer. Keji, I think he's saying the same person. King of the Kinfolks got that shit. Hey, that's the last person I expected to get. That'll be Lou Tindler, the great southpaw fighter, Lefty Lou Tindler. So that's one for King of the Kinfolks. I'm just gonna write down Kinfolks. Lou Tindler. Okay. Next question. What southpaw went by the alias the Punisher and stopped Sean Bay Mitchell dropped Sean Bay Mitchell 3 times en route to a 4th round stoppage? Once again, what southpaw went by the alias the Punisher and dropped Sean Bay Mitchell 3 times en route to a 4th round stoppage? Okay, the Keji got that shit. I was wondering when you was gonna get one of these post 1980 questions. That'll be the Punisher, Paul Williams. That's one for the Keji. Another one for the Keji, I should say. He done got on the board with a few of them. The Punisher, Paul Williams. Okay, next question. What fighter holds the most victories ever achieved by a Filipino boxer? I think it's like 120. And the only Filipino fighter to ever become middleweight champion. I might be wrong about that 120. Y'all don't hold me to that shit. I think I saw something like that though. But once again, what fighter holds the most victories ever achieved by a Filipino boxer? and the only Filipino fighter to ever become middleweight champion. Xavier the boxing there. Who is that? Ruben Vi? I don't know. Hell, that's a modern day fighter, huh, man? I'm talking about Ruben Vi with my dumb ass. That's a dude that's like 116 and 17 as an amateur. But he got that shit. That'll be Seferino Garcia. That's another one for Xavier the boxing nerd. Seferino Garcia. The motherfucker that fought a draw against Henry Armstrong at middleweight. All right, next question. Man, these are the last two questions right here. I did 31. What fighter outpointed Manuel Gonzalez for the vacant WBA WBC welterweight title on August 24th, 1966? His initials are CC. You know what I'm saying? Definitely one of my favorites since he was my first, well, I ain't gonna say my very first, but he was one of my early boxing coaches. Eric R said, I can't even charge my phone without your ass doing all the questions I know. What fighter outpointed Manuel Gonzalez for the vacant WBA WBC welterweight title on August 24th, 1966, and his initials are CC? Xavier the boxing nerd got that shit. That'll be the great Curtis Coates. That's another one for Xavier. Great Curtis Coates. Good man. Used to let the kids box for $23 for a whole year. Okay, next, this is the last question right here. We're gonna end it on the easy one. What fighter went by the aliases the Professor, Zoom Zoom, and the Terrible Warrior? And his initials are AN. Once again, what fighter went by the aliases the Professor, Zoom Zoom, and the Terrible Warrior? And his initials are AN. Or AN are his initials. He fought against the great Salvador Sanchez. Once again, what fighter went by the aliases the Professor, Zoom Zoom, the Terrible Warrior, and he fought against the great Salvador Sanchez. Well, Volker 40, salute to you, man. He got that shit. That'll be the great Azuma Nelson. That's what Volker 40. And that clues the trivia for the day. Like I said, I didn't want to just oversaturate y'all with it, but I'm about to go ahead and count up the score.
Volker 40, salute, man.
I already know Xavier the boxing nerd pretty much just dominated this shit. Excuse me, but first person up is Xavier. Hold on, we got to give Miss Alma Brown her honorary point. We're gonna give her an honorary point and give her our own special little destination so she don't mess up the count. First person, Xavier the boxing nerd. We're gonna start it out with a bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So he damn near got half of them because I asked 31 questions. He just got 15 of them. That's 15 for Xavier. That's the man to beat. Gil Coles is next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 6 for Gil Cole. That ain't too bad. 20%. Almost. Next one, Spirit of Justice. I think he just got one. I see one for Spirit of Justice. Next up is Derek Bailey. Derek Bailey got 1, 2. 2 for Derek Bailey. Next up, we got the Keji. He got 1, 2, 3. I see 3 for the Keji. Good shit for you. You know, it's the first time. But Volker 40 got 1. D-Lo got 2. King of the Kinfolks got one. See if I'm missing somebody. Let me count it up real quick. 15, 21, 22, 21. I'm missing something. 21, 22, 24, 20. No, I ain't on. I'm tripping up. When the fuck I'm going to learn how to count around this hole? Got 21, 22, 24, 27, 28, 31. That's all of them. So the winner is Xavier the Boxing Nerd. Got 15 out of 31 questions. Went out there and did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying?
Xavier, bad man. You see his name? The Boxing Nerd. He do his research like a motherfucker. I wonder if how you finished doing all the undisputed? I mean, the lineal champion?
That motherfucker be on it. Gil Cole's got the 101-6 amateur record. That's Keith Thurman. I'm proud of you coming here knowing something about Keith Thurman for a change. I forgot to ask a Keith Thurman question today, too. Damn, I forgot about that shit, man. Keji said beat Jeff Finnick, too, in Australia. I done heard of that name. I don't even know much about no Jeff. Well, I don't know nothing about Jeff Finnick, to be honest with you. A Vocal 40 said, you forgot the one. I answered, no, I got you your 1 point, bro. Yeah, if I didn't include you, that would have threw the count off. But now I asked 31 questions and I got 31 answers, and I got with Vocal 40 with his 1 point right here. King of the Kinfolks said even a broke clock is right twice a day. Goddamn, King of the Kinfolks on the board. Hey, you got a question that I didn't expect you to get to. Which one did King of the Kinfolks get? He got number 27. Yeah, that motherfucker gonna get the Lieutenant question. You know, you went straight to Google for that. You know what I'm saying? Xavier said lineal isn't my thing anymore. I'm trying to verify historical sanctioning body title fight. He said he on some high level shit than what Marlo talking about. He ain't on that lineal shit no more.
He changed the game. That's what's up, though, man.
We go ahead and shut it down.
Hell yeah. You know, I got to get up early.
Definitely appreciate y'all coming through, man. We just did what we wanted to do, come in here and chop it up by boxing a little bit, do a few trivia questions, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to read the last comment and we're going to get our ghost smelling ass up out of here. The Kaji say, who are the only two boxing twin brothers to hold world titles at the same time? One is Charlo, who the other one? Goddamn. I know the name of the motherfuckers too. I see them in my head right now. Fuck, is it the Attell brothers? Is it Abe and Monty Attell? I want to say it's the Attell brothers. I might be wrong. I'm going to say the Attell brothers. You said twins. The only two boxing twin brothers. It probably ain't the Attell brother. Them motherfuckers probably ain't no twins. The Kaji said Galaxians. Who is that? Like KO Side Galaxy or something? You talking about them flyweights or something? Maybe you talking about them flyweights. I think it's like a small fighter named KO Side Galaxy. I don't know much about him. I just saw him on the Boxing Librarian channel. But I ain't trying to really get drug off him too. I was trying to see if he gonna post the answer, but I guess he did, the Galaxy twin. I'm gonna go look him up, man. I'm gonna go see what they talking about. Might put him in a trivia or something on for next time. But definitely appreciate y'all coming through, man. Y'all come through and fuck with us on this weekend when we call the fights. It's gonna be some big fights starting this coming up weekend. It's gonna be a lot of fun, you know what I'm saying? So y'all come through and fuck with us. Salute to everybody. Much love to you. And I ain't gonna talk you to death.
Most definitely. And shit, man, we've been working on a lot of shit in between my busy schedule. I got video coming up, Earl Spence Lucas video. Got a cartoon coming up. Got some other videos in the works too with El Chapo. So stay tuned for that, man. Y'all already know, man, it's always fun. Appreciate y'all coming through, sharing y'all opinions and knowledge. Every time showing up and showing out, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Until next time. Oh yeah, hey, also we supposed to be doing something for the members too. We're gonna do a tournament or something, bro. What you were saying?
Oh, you know, I told you I got that situation right now.
Oh yeah, we got something coming up though. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Until next time, don't forget to tell them haters and trolls, the fuck out my gym.
You heard him.